3, 4, better lock your doors. 5, 6, he'll take your way. 7, 8, better stay away. Bitches man got long money. That's what these bitches saying. I'm gonna pay his blowing money. That's what my shit was straight. My chick went on the run for me. We ain't related, but I feel just like they sons to me. Cause on my birthday every year they buy 2 guns for me. I did them out, they down there sold 2 metric tons for me. 10, he's back again. 11, 12, he escaped from hell. 11, 12, he escaped from hell.
What it do? What's up? What's up? What's up? Willie Bizzle. We got a guy, a repeat offender. This will be his second time on the show. Mr. the Haitian boy, Kodak Black. Not being his first time, you know, we don't have to go through his whole career. I covered the Haitian Boy Jack project. It scored a 49, which is 1 point above an album that's gotta grow on you, but it's a good album. Like I said, some takeaways from it, but you know, everybody's hungry for another Kodak moment. Before dropping that album, he had failed a drug test and, you know, had to do you know, rehabilitation. He had to go to rehab for a little bit. He wasn't really able to tour, obviously because of the COVID, you know, restrictions. And he's back again, top of this year, to drop another album. It's called Back for Everything. Released under Atlantic Records.
Out of sight, out of mind, you out of luck. Just like nobody even care if you be wrong. Why I fall out with my niggas when I'm up? Why nobody stand up for me when I'm down? You back in jail and it's time to say you stop. Everybody laughing at you like a clown. Why don't all the time you hate me when I'm up? And why don't all the time you love me when I'm down?
Got some decent Atlanta hood elegance with the beat. I always like it, these Atlanta producers, when they produce for these artists, because they put these like almost art gallery type sounds in their fucking you know, in their songs, which I really like. And Kodak, this is right up his alley. I like him starting off with a groove like this. You know what I mean? And these are his type of slaps, that tempo music, but with some subtle shit, like a Gunna. You can see a Gunna doing a beat like this, but I like it. I like it when, you know, them Southern boys get on their shit like this.
Check the rain, I'm ballin' with my wrist. I'm back for everything I ever missed. I've been getting paper ever since. I ran up by the cage like I'm a bitch. Double game, but I ain't talking real. Double game, I took this shit from weird. Rest in peace, my nigga, but it's his fault. The way you let him kill you like a shit.
So now it's one of those looking out the window songs, you know, when you one of them tour songs. You know, I like the beat, even though I've heard, you know, a few beats like this. You know, nothing crazy to write home about right here, but it's a good vibe. Like, it goes good within the shit. You're not really paying attention too much to what he's saying, because he really like trying to get on his melody shit, and he's keeping one consistent melody throughout his rhymes, which I kind of like it when artists do that and don't just get up off of a certain vibe.
You get treated at the hospital, niggas give me advice. Really want me on the block with a rap when it comes to bad. Ain't gotta invest in no stocks, nigga. I get every drop, yeah, I get every drop. She been buying this dope, so no, I get her extra every rock. I get every drop, I get every drop.
So you gotta listen to a song like this all the way through to get his artistry on it, because like if you let what he's doing turn you off immediately, like his tones, if you don't care for it immediately, you know, you might miss what it's all about. I just like to see his artistry because I can really read what he's doing with his voice on it and the way he kind of brings it all back together. It could just sound like a bunch of randomness, which it is when it comes to like his content. He's just saying whatever, but there is a rhythm in his harmonizations, and it's very unique. It's different. I haven't heard anybody really take those angles. I'm on the fence, dog. Like, it ain't my go-to. It's not my original taste, but you know, I'm an open palette to see it, let it influence me. I gotta hear this song a little more.
Rap root with no rappers, I could get a nigga scrap. Call me daddy, she a bastard. Coming baby on your back. 100K on the medallion, Julian, he don't never tap. Spending shit to get it back. I don't like none of you rappers. Sniper nigga, how about that? Honey falling out my ass. Put a nigga on his back. Project baby with no similar indicator, but I never let my little nigga, he gon' handle that. I can get a nigga wet.
I really like this. Hey man, Kodak switching up his flow. The swag is hard on it. Like I'm still not tired of a Kodak flow when he get in his bag. Like his flow it's got many years before that flow gets exhausting. So he should have at it. He milked it on this shit. You know, like this song almost got the tempo of that Tory Lanez joint. I ain't been broke in a minute. Like the smash that joint got is like kind of the smash this joint got.
Put 'em in a bag, she a thrill head, in a pill head. Corona season, I find it could walk around with a mask. Ain't smoking no weed, ain't drinking no lean. I'm paying attention to the bag, ain't popping no perks. I'm staying alert. This money been coming in fast. Got my heart in the cast.
Boy, these nowadays producers and using these flutes for these southern niggas, they are. I mean, they figured it out because for the longest time, man, even I would even tell producers, don't put no flute in the shit because niggas don't really know how to freak the flute within a beat. But somehow it's made this epic comeback into the hip hop industry. Say I've heard this beat before, like a lot of guys are using it, but this sounds almost identical to like another joint he did.
I remember the murder count. Ain't through with the perks yet. I'm still popping perks. I keep popping perks. Might go around and overdose. They gave up in fourth and gold. I was stressing for 20 months. I can't almost kill the whole 21. 21, bitch, I'm a 7, baby. Bruce on me like I'm Roger Davis. I put a stash in the refrigerator. Hold down, think they intimidate.
This is a fun record. You get because his fun. You can tell he's just having fun with this verse. He's not taking this song too seriously. It's not a heavy concept record or nothing like that. It's just him gassing, him just keeping his flow going, talking about everything that fucking comes to his head. It's fun. I'm not even really gonna critique it, just because when a record's just fun, you just I can't, it's either take it or leave it at that point.
My time precious, been a pretty pen on my left wrist. My dog redness, it's a bag I never go fix. This shit get treacherous, like a trench coat in the trenches. I hope my film don't ever tell, so I message it. I need a black to go smile.
Beat cool, but with Kodak, he take a lot of chances and some he miss on. Like he's just got so many transitions in this song that don't really connect for me. But I'm sure some people will like it, but for me, I'm like, he tries, boy. He'll find a melody on his ass that nobody was looking for. He'd be like, damn, you really like, and he'll swag that shit. So his confidence doesn't lack at all, and I really like that. He should keep doing it no matter what a nigga like me say. But
Red bitch fucking on me cause I'm lit. Red bitch jumping on me like I'm crib. Leaking on me, shorty got that so she got that drip. Niggas hating on me, trying to sink a nigga shit. Red bitch fucking on me cause I'm lit. Red bitch jumping on me like I'm crib.
got one. See, I'd have led with a record like this. Like if he would have put this out as a single, it might be a single. I don't know. I ain't heard it on the radio or nothing like that. But this joint right here, he's got it right. And just the template is correct. His songwriting, the hook is solid. His melodies, he's not doing too much. He in the pocket. Um, listen up, kids. This is songwriting 101. Got one.
Feel the link up, I'ma see for my diamonds deep up. Got it inspired free lunch. I want nothing free. Bring me a quality. Big name quality. Making it hard to match. I whipped me a harder bit. I took every loss. I knew I was gon' win full and battle. Now nigga with the crazy crew. They think you playing with the devil. Like attitude, you like the same for the devil. Jesus stick like crazy glue. I had to put it together.
The way his syllables slap with his like slurring his accent and shit, that shit is crazy. The nigga could literally he can get away without saying anything. He's one of those special artists who don't really have to put a message in his shit to have millions of fans. He don't because he know how to just phonetically lay his accent on beats. But the fact that he do give you more is dope. On this record, like this is just one of his more Cameron-y type of records with more swag and more juice than super trying to tell you a story. But he knows the balance. He knows not to get too preachy. He's very smart.
How you gonna love me? I don't love myself. All night flights, I'm neglecting my health. I'm toting him, chasing after death. Said I was vibing this time. I got a thing for you, babe. I don't know what it is. Everybody love to hate me. I don't know what I did.
You get your vulnerable Kodak, like literally, it's the name of the song, and you can tell he's opening up and he's singing. He's being very, open. I appreciate the honesty. I really love this beat. I really do, but This is another one of those songs where he's a little too heavy on his transitions. I wish he would have, kind of took it down and just kind of conveyed the message a little more. But he really wanted to pour the heart out.
Fucked up with my niggas and my bitches, but they took me through there from time. I ain't got no feeling. My auntie told me slow down, you wanna eat like the vision. My uncle told me get from around and niggas don't like the winning. Had to get put in this position and see it myself. I forgot about me, I was taking care of everybody else. I was in the cell and I was hollering at my nigga said. On the video, say he heard them niggas want me dead.
See, that's that Project Baby flow right there. That's that classic Kodak shit. This remind me of just seeing him, on the side of just this broken down fucking house that somebody live in. Probably him, you know what I mean? Just rapping that shit with like a extra stretched out wife beater. You gotta respect a Kodak because nobody really flows like this little nigga. Like these flows he doing right here on this record is not. It's very unique to him.
I got my education in prison, but I can't go to college. I remember all the older boys, but I don't pay no homage. I can't forget the shit I did. I hope it don't come and hunt me. Cause if I die, I'd probably fry and I don't really be no army.
This joint started off very strong because he's giving you like, them jail stories, man, of just trying to get out of the system. First of all, the system just treating you like a non-human and just trying to fucking survive all of that shit and survive the attacks on the outside. So he get real deep on the lyrical content on this, which I really like. It loses a little steam as the song goes about. He kind of just switches what he talks about and kind of dociles it down because he ramps it up so quick at the beginning.
Yeah, me and these son, eating jello molly, riding stolen auto, and we getting houses. We get lost houses. I ain't James Bond, but I got a gold gun. Fucking on Pearl Road, I don't hold grudge.
I really like this song. I never heard a song like this. I've heard like influences as far as how this beat go, because I can almost tell like the sample, but I don't want to put my shit out there because I think I'd be absolutely wrong. Because he might have just created it originally. I don't think he sampled anything, but there's a few records swimming in my head. I really like Kodak's voice on this motherfucker. Like his texture and what he brings to a record is perfect for this type of shit. And it's tricky. It's almost like a Wonderland type of fucking beat. You call it hitting houses. They put like a real deep hood concept with such light tones. I like when blends like that happen.
Every time you heard it, I can feel it. You beautiful with no cosmetics. Baby, spread your legs so I can serve. If I cheat on you, then I am a jerk. I hope this time you make it work.
Look at fucking Kodak trying to sing. He off his T-Pain shit. I tell you, T-Pain got a lot of babies because they wouldn't be doing this shit if T-Pain ain't show a hood nigga how to sing. Like who can't really do it like, you know what I mean, like the top motherfuckers, but they want to compete. Like this is that new wave. T-Pain showed these niggas. They was like, twerk the auto tune, and if you got a low voice, then you fucking talking. I like some of this, but him as his R&B songs don't really connect with me too much. He hasn't really gotten it right, but I don't doubt him because he can get it right. He just gotta, he's like a scientist. You gotta push it together and it'll come at some point.
I take you back cause you took me back before. I did you bad, you did me bad, so we good. I'ma call it Steven, okay, hey. I'ma call it Steven, okay, babe. I'ma call it Steven, okay. Ain't no more leaving, okay. I'ma call it Steven, okay.
You get Lil Durk featured on this one, and these guys, they're really like doing this. They're doing heavy, like these are like nowadays R&B songs right here. And it's slippery. It's weird to take these in. It's so hard for them R&B niggas to compete because they like, damn, these niggas could just snap off a Kendrick verse in the middle of melodically singing some shit. You'd be like, what the fuck is going on in the game? But I really do appreciate these hybrid joints. But like the people who can interweave them perfectly, I guess they get that crown. Lil Durk, I'm starting to learn him more. He's a tricky one to figure out because he pops up on everybody's album. Everybody album I cover, he pops up. He pops up again here. He's not the greatest spitter. I can't give him that. But he's not the greatest singer, song tuner he got either. But he's somewhere in the middle on both sides. He could do both kind of equally well, and most artists can't do that shit. That's what make him like an anomaly, because he has a super talent on each side, and it's like niggas just don't know exactly where to place him.
And all the killers and drug dealers I know been trying to beat the streets forever. They ain't did it yet. Cause ain't nobody defeat the street like trying to run the streets and get away with it. And when your dog in the block so strong for so long, you get locked and you don't pay a visit.
He made this shit for niggas like me, for his up north fans. This joint hard, and I wasn't expecting this. That's what make it even more hard to me, because like he on this Jay-Z shit, taking on this more so like a Rick Ross type of thing. This record feels like epic. This feels like, you know, you wearing a trench coat with some fucking fur on it, and you the boss. You making a big decision, but it's cold out. You know what I mean? Like, but you in the back and you making this big boss decision to your team. You're like, this is how it's gonna move. But the way he dissecting it is even different, because he not on his poppin' nigga shit. This is more like a Don Flow, Kodak, and I never seen him do it, so I'm very excited about this record.
Say you my nigga, I'ma be your killer. Nobody gonna play with you when I'm with you. Go against any nigga like fuck this glitter. Skeet all third on the beats. I put it in for you, I spin for you. Whatever you with, I'm with it. How you gonna cross the nigga I'm rockin' with? I got you lit in the city.
That sample really sets the tone for this joint, and then the beat enhances it. I see why he led with it. I definitely see why, you know, this is on the radio. This is part of the programming. It has appeal, and he's being real on it. He letting you in, and he really snapping his skills off. Like, you really see a polished uniform Kodak on this record.
What's right, I can never be wrong. I'm gonna fight for the love that we know. When we fucking, I never be alone. And I never go to sleep way home. When I start, I got to switch on the route. Can't let them follow the straight to the house.
This is a point in the album where I get real nervous, because I'm like, oh, they about to start giving me some shit that I don't need. You know, you get the song 18 and you didn't really got the project across, but then they give you something like this. Like, I don't need this. Don't try to get super thought-provoking at the end.
If I eat it, can I treat it? Can I beat it with my sword? She want love and I want war. You can leave, but where you going? If I hit that thing the right way, can I take you to my prom? Wanna swipe you around in my waist and come take you to my mom? Do you get that picture? You can be a little Kodak.
He scored a 45, which is a little controversial even to me, but it does come down to the numbers, and I see why. Just because the last album he scored a 49, and like he had considerably less songs, so it was like, you know, the more songs you have, the more times you got to miss, really. But I really like the songs from this album better than the songs from the last album. They're more dynamic to me, they really are. So I gotta give them props. In my opinion, this is a better album. But I think when it comes down to the numbers, it's an album that's gotta grow on you, because you cannot listen to it completely cohesively and just be like, oh, classic. Yeah, but it's great pickaways from this project. Look, man, shout out to Kodak, man, for doing your Thug Thesis, man. Didn't know. They Bots is doing it. He's up to it. Now really tap in, man. See what's going on. Y'all be easy breezy.